So, I've started Baseball Stars 2, and I've developed something of a manipulation for this game. It's not consistent, and unfortunately, it won't really be great for getting people really consistent runs for the Big 20, and I'm really sorry for that. This is mostly for people who want to tap into something extra for PB attempts. I've found a way to... once every like 25-ish attempts, you can get hit by the first 2 pitches, and that sets up a partial manipulation up until the 7th or 8th batter, depending on what you want. If you want things to go faster, then you can go for a bit more risk. If you want to go 1 extra batter in the manipulation with things getting a little bit slower, then you can choose that as well. So, here's how it gets started. Here's how it can get started. You reset the game, and then you get ready to try to mash right away the start button on the start screen. The menus in this game can eat inputs a little bit, so you have to be able to react a little bit based on if you are able to get through the title screen immediately or if it takes a moment. Reset the game, listen for the music. That was decent. Go as fast as possible. Now, right there, I tried to wait for a very specific point in the music to press the button there, and I watched for him to move on the mound, and I actually got the manip there. Even though I didn't get hit by that first pitch, I did it correctly. So what you're watching for to be sure that you have a chance to get hit by that first pitch and start the sequence correctly is if the pitcher moves just slightly to our left on the mound. If he moves all the way to our left, then you did it too early. You started the game too early. If he doesn't move at all, you started the game too late. I'll show it again. That was a little late on pressing start, so I have to go earlier now. There. He moved too far left, which means I did go early. I overcompensated for how long it took me to get out of the title screen. So that was a good example of going too early, because he moved all the way left. That should be fine. I can just go normally here. Right around there. Yep, that's it. So he has a chance of like 15 or 20 pitches. That's one of them. The one that teases you, that looks like it's gonna hit you, but then it doesn't. Let's keep doing this. So unfortunately, this manip is incredibly inconsistent. Even if you get the initial manip correct, you still have to wait. It's still luck. But I got the correct movement from the pitcher there. He gave me the teasing pitch again. So we try again, and again, and again. Right around there. That's it. That's the correct movement. Now he has a chance. It's like a 1 in 20 chance. There it is. Now he has a chance to hit me on the second pitch. Let's see if he does. Of course not. Perfect example of the fact that even if you get hit by that first pitch, finally, it's still up to the game whether or not the manip is actually in play or not. So I can spend up to like 20 minutes sometimes just resetting to get hit by the first pitch, and then it's at least a coin flip to get hit by the second pitch. But if you get hit by the second pitch, then you've got a little bit of a partial manipulation going. Okay, there's the first pitch. Now the game chooses whether or not I have the manipulation. Of course not. You can get, like, I've gotten like 8 in a row where I got the first hit by pitch, and then the game was like, no, I just won't hit you with the second one. But it's fairly easy to get the pitcher to move correctly on the mound. It's just, he can still throw like 15 to 20 different first pitches, even when he does the exact same thing on the mound every time. So let's see how long it takes for me to actually get the manip started. And unfortunately, there's an outcome that doesn't hit you on the first pitch that can start the run for you. From here, like, I don't have a very good idea of what can happen from here, but at least I'm on base. Like, that's one of the situations where I didn't get hit by the first pitch, but I at least didn't immediately record an out. So you can at least reasonably start your run from there, even if he throws a ball. But you can see he's moving the exact same way on the mound every single time. There's another hit by pitch. Will we get 4 in a row where the game decides to not give me the second hit by pitch? No, there it is. The Manip is live now, so we let this pitch go. This will not hit us. We move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ticks to the right in the batter's box. Now this one will hit us. Now we can just relax for a little while, because we don't have to move for a while. We let that first pitch go, this one will hit us, and now this next pitch will hit us without us having to move once again. And now we can also choose not to move here. If we don't, then the third pitch of this sequence will hit us. It's been a while since I've done this, because there's also a different way you can do this manipulation that I've been doing lately. But that'll work. And now also, again, the third pitch of this sequence will hit us if we move down 1, 2, 3, and left 1, 2 with Keenan. So these last 2 at-bats here are pretty slow, but it's still guaranteed to get you through the 7th man in your order and get you 4 runs before you're kind of now, there's nothing that can happen that'll really work very reliably. So you just have to hope that things go well from here. That is, yes! Boom. Okay, now we have 5 runs and 0 outs. And now you can pinch in somebody for your pitcher who has a better chance to hit a ball. Like that. And now that's going to give us a chance to even score somebody else. Very nice. And now we have 7 runs with no outs. So that shows you the power of starting out the run with that manipulation. And now we have better hitters up again. That could have hit me. I wasn't ready for that. But you get the idea. Boom! Look at that! We are crushing this now. Like, if we get a home run here, then we are very set for the mercy roll in really good time if they ever throw a ball that we can make contact with again, which is very, very much up to the game. That is it! That's 11 runs, and now we can just bunt into 3 outs and send it over to the bottom of the inning, and we have a 1-run insurance, and this is still a really good time. Unfortunately, we are now batting as Church, and he has a pretty high chance to hit it foul. But that was not bad. Let's see if they actually get here. Very nice. There's out number 1. That's pretty fast. So it'd be faster to not hit the home run in the previous at-bat, but there's not much you can do about that. It either hits it in play, or it hits it out, or it just does whatever it wants. It's an RNG game that you do your best to limit the variance of, like I have shown here, and you have to play perfectly as well. It is what it is. But there are 3 pretty quick outs there, and now we're headed to the bottom of the inning, where hopefully the game won't completely troll us. We have to mash a lot more to get the relief pitcher in. I don't know how to actually get this first batter to make contact with the ball, which would be a bit faster than the strikeout, but at least the strikeout is still pretty fast. And now these next 2, we have to hope they don't get hits or a home run. Wow! Okay. He just doesn't care. After he throws a pitch, he's just not even he doesn't even exist anymore for a while. This is okay. Right over my head. I probably should have jumped there. My bad. I'm showing you that I've never played this game before a few days ago. Redemption, redemption, redemption. Boom. And that's the run. So that's one way to do the manipulation to safely get through the first 7 batters, and that's it. If you want, now I can show you a different version of the manipulation, which is faster, which is what I ended up being able to make use of in the new world record that I just got today of 2 minutes and 47 seconds. I have the immense honor of being the first ever sub-3 in this game. So now we'll use a save state instead of having to spend another 20 minutes to get hit by the first 2 pitches again. We've just gotten hit by the first 2 pitches, and now we're on the 3rd batter. Here it is, Church. So now we let this pitch go. We move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ticks to the right. So it's going to be the same as it was before for a while here. So that means that you can take a sip of your beverage because we don't have to move for a while. This one hits us. The next one comes nice and fast, but we still don't have to move. Now things are different. I'm going to move all the way right, all the way down, and offer a bunt, and that's going to miss. That's intentional. It changes the sequence. We're going to move 6 ticks left here, and now this pitch will hit us. That changes things, so now Keenan, there's nothing I can do to get hit by this. We have to try and get a hit here, up the middle. That's not it. So let's try that again. Let's get back to Keenan. Here he is. If you get the right frame in the swing and some good luck, then he's gonna get a hit up the middle. That's not it, but that works. Like, there are 3 different outcomes that I've seen here that work just fine for Keenan going through the cycle and keeping things alive with a faster time. So we don't have to wait for nearly as many pitches, but there's a better one than that. There's a much better one than that, and that's the one that you see in the world record. Let me show it to you here again. Get back to Keenan. I'll try and show you that hit up the middle. It might take a while. Let's see here. Very specific timing and luck. Yeah, that's the one that'll... It looks like he's gonna make it, but he just barely doesn't. That's right next to the timing. That might be even the same timing that gives us the hit up the middle. It might be a coin flip. Yeah. You have to wait a little bit, like when it's right next to you. There it is. Okay, I think it might actually be the frame before the one I just got twice. So now we have a chance to get hit by this next pitch with our number 8 hitter. It's not always. Oh, how? That's one I've never seen before. I've never seen it tease me, but then just curve barely out of reach. So it has maybe even less of a chance to hit me than I realized. But I want to show you. I want to show you that it can work. There it is. There's the hit up the middle. So this one gives us the chance to get our number 8 hitter hit. They're called hitters because they can get hit, right? Move all the way to the right. There it is. And now we try and get the pinch right away. And now he has a chance to hit us here as well. He didn't, and instead he went way out. Okay, let's try it again. There, okay. So this gives us the chance to get hit next pitch, which then gives us a chance to get hit once we pinch hit for our pitcher. But that can happen too. So even when you develop situations where repeating things can happen, it doesn't mean they will. The only time I see the same thing happen every single time is if you get hit by the first 2 pitches after getting the manipulation at the beginning with the menuing. There it is, okay. So I've obviously gotten extremely lucky to get the 247 in only 1,349 attempts. 1,347. I did not get the hit by pitch again. There we go. This time, if I don't get the hit by pitch, I'll use another save state to show you that it's possible for Cobb to get hit, and I'll show you where to position yourself. Let's see what happens here. There it is, okay. Right away you switch, and you don't have to move much. I move 1 tick left, and that pitch can hit me. And now I move all the way up with Trevor, and he can hit a bomb here. In fact, it's hard not to. Almost every single time, once I get in this situation, I hit that exact grand slam. So that hit becomes relatively deterministic if you do regular timing with your swing, which is pretty slow, and that's one way you can save time on me if you try to beat my run. And now from here, you can just try to button yourself out. But this might be way off the plate. Yes, it is. That's the exact same thing that happened in world records, so the game is probably going to start doing the same things. Except this time I offered at it, so it's actually gonna be different. Again, that shows you. That's different. Are they okay? That's different than what happened in World Record, because in World Record I did not offer a bunt at that. So I got a different pitch. Come on. But yeah, now we're in the same position. Like, this would be a faster way to get to this part of the game compared to the first manipulation that I showed you. The second manipulation is way riskier, but it has the chance to give you 2 extra immediate hit by pitches. And that's what I used to get the world record. And then from there, you choose the relief pitcher again. And I need to figure out how to get this guy to actually hit the ball. Like, he doesn't hit the fastball either. What about the off-speed? Not the off-speed. I don't know what to do with that guy. And that's a nice out. Nice out! And now, can this guy deal some damage to me? Yeah, he actually got the ball! Good for the pitcher. So there's another way to finish a game with the riskier manipulation, the faster way to set up the manipulation, and then a lot more has to go. I mean, a lot has to go right even with the initial manipulation. You just get through one more at-bat without tempting the game, and it's infinite possibilities, even when you have patterns. It is what it is. But that shows you what I've discovered with this game in the last couple of days. Hopefully it helps you. Again, I'm sorry that it can't actually make things relatively actually consistent for things like the Big 20. This is just something for you to mess around with for PB attempts if you'd like. It still takes, obviously, many attempts to get into the manipulation even once, but once you do, you have a way to get through 6 or 7 batters. That's a meme now, I'm sorry. And then go from there. It's like a cheat code to get to nearly the very bottom of the order. Not every single time, but you can have some semblance of control over some of your attempts. And for me, that's huge in an experience like this. And it allows me to, like, know that I can just pump resets at it, and eventually things will go right. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching. Good luck, everybody.